Welcome to the course on dynamics of machinery, unit number 4, balancing. So, in this presentation, we are going to talk about numerical on balancing of V engines. So, we have seen simple V engine and its different terms that we are using for finding out the unbalanced primary and secondary force. As there is no primary and secondary unbalanced couple in case of this two-cylinder engines, but if there are higher version of engines, in that case there may be couple also. So here we will see one numerical based on this. So in a 60-degree V engine, there are two connecting rods which operate on a common crank pin. So these are the two connecting rods which are acting on a common crank pin, and the stroke of each piston is 80 mm. So stroke is specified to us. Okay, so half of the stroke is nothing but the radius of this particular crank, and the length of each connecting rod is 160 mm. So connecting rod length is specified to us 160 mm. If the engine speed is 3000 rpm and the mass of reciprocating parts per cylinder is 1.5 kg, so small m is 1.5 kg and the rpm is 3000 rpm. So find the values of the primary, maximum and secondary force unbalance when the crank bisects the line of action of forces by 30 degree. So position of this crank is specified at it is at 30 degree. Okay, so it means this theta is equal to 30 degree. Okay, so during this position we have to find out the value of maximum primary and maximum secondary forces unbalanced available in this particular type of V engine. So this is the given data. Yes, stroke is given 80 mm, so definitely R will be h by 2, that is 40 mm. In terms of meter, it will be 0.04 meters. N is given as 3000, so omega we can find out from this. So 2 pi n by 60, so it is 314.15 radian per second is the omega. Then length of connecting rod is 160 mm, so it will be 0.16 meters. And obliquity ratio small n is equal to L by R, so 0.16 divided by 0.04, it is 4. While the mass m is 1.5 kg and 2 alpha is 60 degree for this engine, and that means alpha is equal to 30 degree. So let us find out the result. We have the primary force now. First we have already having this equation with us for the result of primary force we have obtained in the previous presentation. So Fp is equal to 2 m omega square r into under root cos square of alpha into cos of theta bracket square plus in another bracket sin square alpha into sin of theta bracket square. So this whole is in under root. So you are going to put the value of this different components in this case. So alpha is nothing but equal to 30 degree. Okay, and here it is theta is written as it is. Okay, so we have to find out the theta where you will get this maximum values. So this is nothing but the, again you are writing this constant as it is 2 m omega square r, and this cos square 30 is written as a 9 by 16, and this is sin square 30 is written as 1 by 16. So now again if you take out this 16 outside, okay, of this bracket and simplify this, so it becomes m omega square r by 2, okay, in under root 9 into cos square of theta plus sin square of theta. Then the crank position for maximum and minimum primary forces that you have to find out. So for that you have to differentiate this equation with respect to theta and you have to equate it to 0. So let us find out this d by d theta of this primary force. So d by d theta of this primary force means m omega square r by 2 into in bracket. So you are going to take the derivative of that previous terms. So these are the two under root term is there, so you have to take the derivative of this. So it will be equal to minus 9 into 2 cos of theta sin of theta plus 2 sin of theta into cos of theta divided by 2 in under root 9 cos square theta plus sin square of theta. Okay, so actually it is nothing but the derivative of root x is equal to 1 by minus 1 by x square, 1 by x, that is the way it is being done. So 0 will be equal, this will be equal to 0. Now this term we are putting it as, so 2 is taken outside, so it becomes 4, and you are trying to simplify this. Okay, so this is sin theta cos theta, it is 18, and this is 2 plus 2, so it will be minus 16. It is minus 18 plus 2 minus 16, under root sign will remain same. So it is again if you write it as sin of theta into cos of theta as a sine of 2 theta. Okay, so it becomes 16 divided by 2, so it becomes 8 minus 8. And again, if you go on further simplification of this, minus 8 sine of 2 theta becomes equal to 0, so sine of 2 theta will be equal to 0. It means that 2 theta is either 0 or pi, and theta is equal to either 0 or pi by 2. So the maximum resultant primary force at theta equal to 0. Okay, so if I put the value of theta as 0, the value of this Fp max will be equal to 3 by 2 m omega square into r. Now if I put these values here, I will getting this maximum primary force as 8882.12 newtons. Similarly, I will do it for the resultant secondary force is given by this equation. Okay, and now if I am going to put the values into this one, so it will be 2 by n m omega square r. So I am putting the value of this alpha and 2 alpha, theta I am keeping it as a unknown. So here you will find out that the secondary force is independent of this particular theta. Okay, and therefore the magnitude of this will be equal to under root of 3 divided by 2n m omega square r. Okay, now why it is being independent of this? Because this particular constant, if you take it outside, root 3 by 2, root 3 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, so it will become sine square theta plus cos square theta. So sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So automatically this theta will get cancelled out from this particular equation, and therefore you can say that it is independent of the theta, and the remaining magnitude is nothing but this. So if you put these values, you are getting this secondary maximum force. So this is the way you can solve a numerical analytically for a V engine, and also it is possible to solve this numerical by graphical method. But when you solve it by numerical way, it is necessary that you should remember these equations, so it will be easy for you to get the values of this. So thank you very much.